Hello, welcome to a presentation from the Nevada Department of Education's Digital Learning Collaborative. Today's presentation is from the Elementary Canvas Classroom Tour series. This is number 2 in the series, and today our presentation features kindergarten. We'll be taking a look at a kindergarten class at Dickens Elementary. My name is Claire Cummings, and I am a digital engineer with the Digital Learning Collaborative. I am also an elementary coding specialist at Dickens Elementary in the Clark County School District. Today's agenda will just include content and navigation in a kindergarten Canvas course. So since we switched over to Canvas as our LMS system, we found that navigating for students in Canvas, especially younger students in the traditional Canvas system, is a little difficult. And so after looking at different pages from across the country and collecting ideas from other teachers, we at Dickens Elementary have made the navigation pretty simple for our little students, and I think the parents are also very excited about it, and the students seem to be thriving in how the content is organized in Canvas for fully online learning. So let's take a look. Today we'll be looking at Miss Bratlin's class in kindergarten at Dickens Elementary. And Miss Bratlin has been a teacher for about 20 years and in the traditional face-to-face environment, just like all of us, but has transitioned over into this digital environment in just such an awesome way. And you can see her personality even in this online environment. So when we take a look at the homepage of Miss Bratlin's Canvas course, one of the first things that I notice is that there is a section for parents and also one for students. And I think this really helps to keep it organized for the parents who at the kindergarten level are helping very heavily in this environment. And so any of the resources they need have their own separate area. So we're going to take a look at that first, and then we'll come back and look at how the students navigate the course. So inside the parent information portal, it really is lots of information for the parents to look at. So they first have the daily schedule that our school published for each grade level. So that can kind of help as just a general overview of what the day looks like. And you can see that Miss Bratlin embedded this here, the document. So she didn't recreate it, just really embedded the document right in there so that if it changes, she can just change the link and not have to move around images and those sorts of things. Then the same with the specialist calendar. We are on a 6-day rotation at our school, and so she has laid out the days for when the specials are occurring, and then the specialist calendar days that our administration sent out in a document. She has right here again just embedded in so that parents can easily access it if they are not sure what day it is for specials. Another section here is the weekly newsletters. Oftentimes we send those out in a digital environment, but here you can see she has it posted. So even if she sends it out, then here it is for them to also come back and look at if they missed it. So I really like that idea that it's there for them to come back and take a look at. And it includes the different reading skills that they're going to be working on, the math, the writing. So that's a really nice way for the parents to see if they missed it. And it looks like there's also a back button here that she created, so that makes it easy to navigate back to the original page. Here, another section for contacting her, so her email, phone number, Canvas, every single way that you could possibly reach her is here, which is great because in this environment there are lots of different ways, so that gives the parents some choice. And then a little section on meeting the teacher. Since they haven't really met us in person necessarily, it's kind of nice to just put a little bit about yourself and a photo maybe, so to make it a little more welcoming. And then I really liked this for the recorded online sessions. She actually linked to her Google Drive. So she linked to the Google Drive folder that included all of the recordings. And so I liked this because she doesn't have to link it every single week. So she just puts it into the Google Drive, and then they go in the drive and find the week that they wanted the recording for. So I thought that was really smart because I've been linking mine every week, and from the Google Drive I pull the link from the file and put it in there. And I just thought that this was a nice way to make it simple on yourself, that the recordings go in the drive and then they just will come and go into the drive and find the one they need. And then lastly, just a little fun online etiquette poster for the parents to reference, and just making sure their students were ready for online learning. So I hit the back there, and then she also included a home button so you could get back easily to the home page. And that's something that's very important in Canvas, is navigation and having different buttons so that if people are not familiar with the global navigation menus on the side here, it's easier for them to just click the buttons. So we're back here at the students and parents page, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at what a student would see in a day in her classroom. So I'm going to take a look at 2 days, a Monday, because that's the beginning of the week, kind of how she sets that up, and then also a Friday. So what you can see here is that she made a calendar using the tables, and each date links to a certain module for that day. So I thought that that was very neat. She doesn't have modules listed here at all, so the kids never have to click that and get lost. They are literally just clicking the day of the week, and then everything is ordered in a very linear fashion. So this makes the navigation very simple for the parents. What day of the week is it? Let's click it and let's get started. She also does have the link here in an image. If they missed a day in September, they can click there and it will go back to the September calendar. So, and it'll just keep going back like that for different months that they missed. So here we are in October. We're going to first take a look at Monday the 5th. And so one thing that Miss Bratlin has been doing on each day is putting her announcements as the first page. So there is an announcements tab over here on the navigation, but I would imagine that Miss Bratlin probably saw that parents were maybe ignoring that or just didn't know it was there. And so she's now putting it right up in front and center when they click on the day of the week. And I think that that is really smart. So here it says, after reading the announcements, please click the next button to go to the Google Meet at 9 a.m. So you already know when's my first Google Meet. A good thing about using Pages, as I've mentioned before, is that there's the Immersive Reader function. So if a student is navigating this, then they can use the Immersive Reader to read.
Announcements 10/5. After reading these announcements, please click the next button to go to our Reading Google Meets at 9 a.m.
So the Immersive Reader is wonderful for those emerging readers who maybe are working all by themselves on this, or are working with a sitter that maybe has other obligations in the home. So I think Pages are really great for that Immersive Reader function. So here for her announcements, she was announcing that conferences are next week, and it says please click the button to choose a date and time. So this button here links to Calendly. So she set up her conferences electronically that way, and once people submitted the date they wanted, they would receive a Google Meet link for their conference. So something that made scheduling very easy for her, so that was really nice. And then she also said that it was the week of respect here, and to take pictures of their child and send it through the Canvas inbox over here so that they could put it in the end of year slideshow. So having the different spirit days there for them. So that was really nice to just make sure the parents are in the know about what upcoming things are happening. And I love that it is part of the daily playlist rather than a separate section of the class. And there's the newsletter for the week. So again, it gets archived into the parent section later on, but there it is for now. So we just click the next button because this is in a module. So her days are, every day is a module that keeps everything nice and organized on the back end. So here we are at the Reading Google Meet lesson at 9 o'clock, and she starts off with what the materials are needed. So kindergarten, first, and second are doing a packet pickup dates at our school, and so they schedule about once or twice a month a date for parents to come drive up and pick up paper materials. So this has been really awesome to get the students some time off the screen. So oftentimes they will have materials to be working with during the live session, but their independent work is heavily paper pencil. So they might be doing some digital videos and things, but they are also using paper pencil, and they get those materials at a packet pickup date. So they have an alphabet chart that Miss Bratland provided to them early on. It says, get that ready. And then they click right here and it'll take them right to the Google Meet. They don't have to type in a nickname. It will take them straight there to join. And then she has the nice message about that it can't start until she starts. And so don't go anywhere. She'll allow them in at 9 o'clock. So for independent work time, it says click on this button to practice the alphabet. So she has this linked to a Haggerty site where they are practicing the alphabet. So video pops up there. And then click on this button to take you to the phonemic awareness video. Also a Haggerty site as well. So this is having observed Miss Bratland before. She is very big with Haggerty, and she would be doing these with the class whole group, but now she's able to put it in as the independent work time, and the student can do it with the video. And then there is another letter N video here for them to watch. And finally, it's make the My Dog book. So she's provided copies of different readers for the students and tells the directions of how to put it together, and to circle the word can on every page and read the book 3 times, and to put it back in their book bag so they can read it anytime. So she's got a picture of the book bag. She has a picture of the independent work packet cover sheet that they would be finding this information in. So everything is very organized with the paper materials so that the parents can easily access what they need for the online lesson. And then they're going to go back into that packet and complete the rhyming page number 1. And it has right here, the pictures are for these rhyming words. And then finally, they complete 15 minutes on iReady reading by clicking in Clever and then clicking the iReady button. So all very simple clicks for the students that logs them in automatically. And this is very fun. Since they are learning about the letter N, she's created a interactive Bitmoji classroom here to explore the letter N by clicking on all the pictures. So she has some books that have the N. She has all these things are different links. So we've got, if I clicked here, this would go to the book.
Hi friends, I've got another
read aloud for Noisy Nora. Noisy Nora, sorry. And then we have different picture things to click here. The letter N song. So very cool. All different kinds of YouTube videos. And we know kids love YouTube videos, but this makes it so that they are doing YouTube videos that they're going to learn from. So very cool interactive Bitmoji classroom idea for letters. And you can see she highlighted that it's the letter N on her letter wall here. So very, very cool. All different kinds of videos for them to explore. And I think kids would really like that because it provides a lot of choice. So next we have writing language arts at 10:30. Materials needed again, whiteboard and dry erase marker. So she provided these in one of the packet pickups for the students. And then they click the link to join the Google Meet. And for independent work after the Google Meet, here's that work packet again with the cover page so that the parents know what they're looking for. And so they're looking for the handwriting page for that day. And here is another video with sight words, the sight word can, the one they are learning this week. And so here's a little video that would take the students through how to say the word can and kind of different meanings for it. And another wonderful interactive element here is a kindergarten word wall. So I have not seen this yet, and I thought it was very cool. So she has, this is a Google Slides embedded into Canvas, just like a Bitmoji as well. And when you embed a Google Slides into Canvas, it's interactive. So if you link something, the students can touch it. And so if I click on one of these words here, it will take me to a YouTube video for that
Good grammar
word.
and spelling.
It has some ads because they're so popular. The Jack Hartman series is very popular for sight words. So he has videos on each sight word. And so when the students click there, it will take them to that video so they can review old word words or new ones that they're working on. So that was such a cool idea for the students. And next up is lunch, and I really love the use of Bitmojis that Miss Bratlin has in her classroom. They're very fun, makes the students just kind of understand. I can see this and go, okay, I know this is time to eat, right? So very fun and makes it feel like she's actually there. After lunch, the students are into math, and it says materials needed for the math lesson: cubes, show me boards, dry erase marker, and vertical number line. And she has a little picture of it as an example. There's the Google Meet button again. And for independent math work time, completing 15 minutes on iReady Math. So again, the directions, and then there is a counting from 0 to 10 YouTube video. For specials, our lower grade teachers have included the link directly to specials in their daily playlists. And this makes it so the students are always there on time. As a specialist, they're not having to hunt through their dashboard on Canvas to find us. It takes them right into our Google Meet. So that has been really helpful for the younger students to have these specials Google Meet directly in their daily playlist so that they don't have to go anywhere. Parents know, and they don't have to figure out what day specials it is. The teacher knows, and they put the link for that special in that section, which has been really helpful. And then finally, for independent work, science, social studies, health time, here's another interactive Bitmoji classroom. So this is Fire Safety Week. And so she has all different books on fire safety here for the students to read. So they would link to
Let's read Pete the
different read alouds about fire safety. And I love just the pictures. It's so interactive and fun for the students to see, and it makes them feel like they're actually in the classroom choosing books. So very cool idea there. And again, choice. Students love choice. And at the end, it says stop. And she included this wonderful message of herself. So I'll play it real quick.
You did a great job. It's time to stop. All your work is done. I'll see you in the morning.
And so that's just nice to hear your teacher's voice. And so this, a lot of the teachers at the primary grades are using the audio feature and the video feature for giving the students that extra explanation during the independent time where they might not be with them. So that is a little bit of one rundown of one class, and I was just going to take a look at one more to give you a few more ideas. So this is Friday, October 16th, and you can see that announcements here, again, not as lengthy as the one where parent-teacher conferences was involved, but it's a great place to say, we're not actually going to be doing the All About Pencils page this week. So if we got to the end of the week and you have this extra page, let me just let you know, keep it. We'll get to it at another time, which always happens in the classroom, but here's a nice way to communicate it. And this is what's great is you can start to see that her adjust for things that may be happening during the Meet or things like that. So she has a little message to not pin her on the Google Meet because when students are pinning her, they probably thought, oh, I want to see my teacher nice and big, but then it took them away from seeing the presentation. And so she's just putting a little reminder to not do that, which I think was really cool that she's adjusting over time. And so the materials needed: alphabet chart, the 3 bears, and the little characters that they've been using. So they're going to do some retelling. You can see it's not all electronic. There's this great amount of paper, pencil. You can see the little popsicle stick bears. There's just a lot of thought as to how I can get those materials that we would be using in the traditional classroom to work with the online system. And here we got another video from Jack with some letter sounds. And then another Haggerty video as well. Some more directions for what to do in that independent packet. And then an iReady login. And then for writing, materials needed, writing notebook and a pencil. So they have a little writing notebook that they do each day, just as you would in the class. Independent work time for language arts. Here's that word wall again, adding some words to it each week. There's lunch. And this was a little bit different for math. So for this math lesson, they have some pages in a packet 7 that are going to be needed for this live lesson. So 703 through 704, 705, 706 from topic 12 packet. And she asked them to tear those pages out so that they're ready for the Google Meet. And then for independent math time on this day, they were going to go on to Envisions and watch a math video and do a quick check. What I really like about this is that some of these sites have a lot of clicks to get into, and once you teach the students, they start to know which ones to click when you're in person. But online, it really requires a lot of screenshots. And so she has the steps 1 through 6 here, and exactly where things are located and what to click. And this is just so specific and so great. And for either the parent or the student to kind of navigate, okay, now I'm going to click here, now this button, because unfortunately a lot of these electronic systems sometimes take 5 to 6 clicks to get into where you need to go. And then this is the clever button they're going to click to get in. And then the final task was to complete 706 in the math packet. And if you need more practice, 707 and 708. So again, differentiating for those students that might get done fast. And then some extra work again for the students who might be a little fast. So we have some boom cards here, embedded in here, ready to go. And then a video on 2D shapes. Here is the link to music. And then for science, social studies, health, this was a Google Meet lesson on that. So a live lesson there. And for independent work time, some iReady math. And then how to draw a cartoon bear for young artists, which is fun. And there's our stop for the day. So this was just one example of a kindergarten class and how you could make this navigation a lot easier for those younger students, or even in the older grades for maybe emerging readers who are still working on their reading. Having a lot of text on a page in Canvas like you would in maybe a college course, it just might be too much for students to figure out what to do. So making it very clear with screenshots, images, and then this kind of linear order of putting a playlist as a day is really a great idea to help out those students that might need some extra support. I'm so glad you joined us today for our Elementary Canvas Classroom Tour series. This was kindergarten, and next time I will be showing you a classroom from first grade, and then we'll also be seeing second grade in the future. So I'm so excited that you joined us, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to either the Digital Learning Collaborative or my email as well. So thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you at our next session.